very interesting. Page 6 is where we get to the book. And the book, there's a distinction here because there's another book that is seemingly like the manuscript for the Brotherhood led by Emmanuel Goldstein, which we're going to talk about. But this other book is his diary. And he buys it from a junk shop on the free market, describes it as smooth, that's a typo, creamy paper, a little yellowed by age, and it's a very compromising possession because just by the fact of buying it, he could be charged or he could be punished by it because you're not actually, where he buys it, you're not supposed to go out and shop at those shops. You're specifically only supposed to buy from stores that are, I guess, government sanctioned. And this shop that he was at was not really sanctioned. It's on the free market, he says, and he tries to conceal it. He goes in and out really fast. He's checking the streets, he says. So he's trying to keep it a secret, right? He doesn't really want it known that he has this beautiful book, and he's planning on using it as a diary. And he says just the fact that he opened up the diary, just the fact that he bought the book is just punishable, even without writing anything in it yet. He says it's punishable by death or at least 25 years in a labor camp, a forced labor camp. And I find it interesting, too, here. What was I going to say? Punishable by death. Oh, he mentions that there's no laws in Oceania, yet they're going to punish him, right? Right, this is page 6. Down at the bottom, I remember, nothing was illegal since there was no longer any laws, but if detected, it was reasonably certain that it would be punished by death. So it's kind of funny. Nothing's illegal. There's no laws, but we'll still punish you. So that's kind of like what is that? Like not a catch-22, but it doesn't make sense, right? There's no laws, but we'll punish you. So the only law is what Big Brother says, is kind of what I'm getting there. Whatever Big Brother says, that's the law. But we don't have any laws. It's just kind of whatever I say goes, because we're not going to write this stuff down, because what if someday whatever we write down in our law book, in our Constitution or whatever, then that can be used against me. But if we don't have anything written down and the law just comes down from me, well, then whatever I say goes. Just kind of thinking about like how Big Brother thinks about these things. I'm sure we're going to talk more about this later. Winston is not used to writing things by hand. And he says this, he mentions that the pen that he has is an archaic instrument. After he finishes writing in his journal, writing his journal entry, or his diary entry, he actually cramps up. I don't think he's used to writing a lot, because any dictation he mentions is done in the speak write. So anything you want to note down, you say into the speak write. But think about this, and maybe this is why this diary is so punishable, and I talk about this in the blog post, is the diary is concealed. He's keeping it secret. The speak write, I'm going to venture out and guess. I'm going to just venture out and guess that the speak write is not just for him. Just like the telescreen in his room is recording him, seemingly 24/7, or whenever he's in the apartment, the speak write, they want you, Big Brother wants you to note everything in there, because they can have access to that. They have access to the speak write. So that's why the diary is punishable, because potentially you can conceal that, write down your thoughts, express yourself, and then share that with others. That's probably why they came after Goldstein and his book. Can't even find a copy of it. No, they want to keep track of you. They got the telescreen, speak right. Hey, you want to note anything down? Hey, cool. Put it in a speak right. So we can hear it too and make sure that you are towing the party line, as they say.